I'm hearing from the Divine Masculine Collective, I feel foolish. I made a mistake. I slipped up. I dropped the ball. They might be telling this to someone. But the overall vibe in this reading is just disappointment, okay? I'm hearing that this is a Divine Masculine who could have made an impulsive decision to try to get a reaction out of you, Divine Feminine, and it didn't go as planned. Many of them may be peering into your life right now, and you're happy, you're moving forward, and that's because many of you have done the inner work on the journey, right? And that's why that's why many of you have the strength to move on, or that's why many of you have the calmness within you mixed in with that strength to not react negatively. Okay, I feel like many of the Divine Feminines, you're seeing the lessons for what they are, and maybe the old part of you would have put up resistance, you would have tried to fight it, you would have reacted in a way that put you into that lower vibrational energy. But I feel like many of you are in this like high priestess energy where you can see things happening before they happen, and before like the final blow hits, many of you are long gone, right? It's like you've already prepared, you've already packed up and dipped. And so I feel like many of your masculines are kind of standing there scratching their heads, wondering why there wasn't a reaction, or why. I feel like whatever they did to get a reaction out of you, they wasted a lot of money and time doing it, and now they feel like whatever they've done, it was for nothing, it was all in vain, and that's why they're feeling foolish. Okay, can we get some more on how the masculines are feeling to help confirm the energy here? Yeah, so we have ego, vanity, and pride. Okay, so whatever they have done, it had something to do with being in their ego. And vanity and pride, I'm like, just the image on this card here, I'm getting like they might have tried to make you jealous. They tried, okay, I'm hearing feeling like they wanted to show you that you couldn't be happy without them, or truly happy without them. Okay, this is definitely a Divine Masculine who was very, very in their ego over making you feel like they were the best of the best of the best. And then I'm hearing Beyonce now. This is a Divine Feminine that was like, you must not know about me. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. It's a Divine Masculine that maybe tried to slight you guys. Right? And I think too, like sometimes in the twin flame dynamic, there is oftentimes this hidden competition between the two, especially if you guys are off doing like your own thing, right, on your journey. There's something about this Divine Masculine just really being in their ego when they met you. Maybe you showed up as very confident Divine Feminine, right? Like you weren't missing a beat. I feel like, okay, what I'm getting, and these are way too many, I'll put them back. What I'm getting here is many of you are dealing with a Divine Masculine that they're used to being in their ego, and they're used to being in their pride, and with vanity coming through as well. Like this is someone who thought, like, just by the way that they look and maybe having money in their pocket and being successful, it was like, that's it, that's all I need. And your energy is kind of sending out this vibe, Divine Feminine, that it's like, no, I need substance within someone. I got money too, I could dress well too, you know, like I have people around me too, I have suitors around me too, like what you want, you're nothing special. That's the reaction I feel like the Divine Feminines gave to this masculine, and it's a bit of like a soul shock. They might have done something to throw it in your face, like you're missing out if you're not with them somehow. But for many of the Divine Feminines here, I feel like you guys were like, listen, if I'm missing out, you need to give me some substance. Like I can take myself out to dinner, I can take myself on vacation, I can do all these things. You know, I need substance. I need you to show up with like your personality and not just the surface level 3D materialistic shit. Okay, and that's how I feel like they showed up. But you guys didn't bat an eyelash, you know? It's like this is a Divine Feminine who truly does not care about material things, and it's because you can either give it to yourself, or spiritually and mentally you're in a place where you've probably experienced many, many lifetimes being, more than well endowed with material items. And maybe in this particular lifetime, you just don't have an attachment to it. It doesn't wow you. It doesn't fascinate you. It's like if a man has money in his pocket, or let's say a woman, for example, depending on who the feminine is in this connection, it doesn't really matter. You want to know what kind of person they are. Are they honest? Are they reliable? How do they treat other people? How do they treat themselves? Do they have love for themselves? Do they take care of themselves? Are they good to themselves? Are they good to people? Okay, and these are the qualities within you that, for you, this is abundance. This is a rich man or a woman that has those qualities within them: honesty, integrity. But I feel like for this masculine, they thought that just coming with like a full pocket or like a good looking vehicle that we travel in, the body, not like a nice car, I mean like the body, the vehicle. They could have come in there with, again, this ego, vanity, and pride. Just because they look good, it means that, okay, now good, I bagged this divine feminine type of thing. And I feel like many of you are like, oh, no. That's not enough. That's not enough for me. Okay, and we have Pluto and transformation here coming through. They're going to go through an ego death with the word transformation here coming through. Okay, and Pluto is often that planet that really pushes us through that transformation, because really there's nowhere else to turn. This feminine's mind is not going to be changed, no matter how many material things this divine masculine may throw at you or make themselves appear as very rich or abundant. If they've got like a bad attitude, or they don't know how to be respectful, they don't know how to be kind, they don't know how to discern, is what I'm getting, then many of you are just kind of like, it's okay, like I'm good. And so maybe by you having this nonchalant attitude of like, that's not good enough for me, they've never had anybody say that the money and the luxury and whatever wasn't good enough. It's like, what do you mean it's not good enough? So I feel like many of you are challenging this masculine to transform out of this ego and vanity, because they want your attention. Like, I feel like many of you don't know how much you bruise their ego by rejecting this way that they're showing up in the 3D. Right? Look, we have self-worth and expectations again here at the top of the deck. Let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah, we have North Node, cosmic, and purpose. This divine feminine knows herself or himself. Okay, whoever you are, you know your worth. You know what your purpose is here on this twin flame journey. And I feel like many of you can see the lessons happening in like slow motion. Even before it happens, it's like you just automatically know how to handle this person that's coming through as your twin flame counterpart. Okay, and the way that you're reacting to certain situations, it's maybe even questioning the way that they feel about themselves. Okay, and the expectations that they may have of others. Okay, and I'm even seeing too, if this person would normally just be like, all right, whatever, go off in a karmic situation, okay, you don't want my money, you don't want my car, it's not good enough for you, you don't want all of this material wealth that I have, then okay, I'm just going to go to the next person who's going to appreciate it. But I feel like not even that is good enough for them, because now they're starting to see these karmic people who are kind of fooled by this fool's gold thing as like users. In the past it was okay, but now I feel like they're disgusted by anybody who is easily gullible for those things. And I'm sensing too that like many of your masculines, because you've rejected them and they're not used to being rejected, because hey, on the surface level they've got it all going on, and then it's like, here you come, okay, you might be a plain Jane, very simple lifestyle, and it's like, you mean like the flashy's not good enough for you? What? And I feel that many of you brought that substance there to your divine masculine, and now that they're trying to interact with karmic people or soulmates that they normally would interact with, that maybe are easily fooled by this fool's gold, the lesson here is that they're starting to wake up and feel disconnected from these people. They're even feeling disconnected from themselves a little bit here. Because at the end of the day, they still want you. They're still fascinated by you. There's something in them that was very triggered, but I feel like that trigger is putting things into perspective for this divine masculine. Okay, so a big ego death here is what I'm sensing in this particular reading for, a certain masculine that, they came at you in the wrong way. and it's teaching them a big lesson here.